Faith family. Welcome to the Daily Connection. We're reading through the Bible this year, the One Year Chronological Bible. And today we're in Exodus. Exodus chapter 20, 20 through 22. These are the laws that God provided the Israelites. They've left Egypt. God has taken them out. And he has them in the wilderness where they are focused on him. He leads them day and night. And they see the presence of God all the time, day and night. They see him there. And he presents these commandments, these rules by which they are to live. I'm just going to read the first 3 verses of Exodus 20 as this starts out. Then God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. That's the first commandment. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? This is the God who brought the plagues on Egypt, on Pharaoh, when he would not let God's people go. This is the God who established the Passover with his people Israel, that they would take the blood of the lamb and put it on their doorpost in order that the angel of God would not come and kill the firstborn of each family, as he did with the Egyptians. That was the last plague. That was the stone that broke the back of Pharaoh, who let them go. Then when they got to the sea, and the sea was before them, and Pharaoh's army was coming on quickly, they were going to destroy them because they had suffered at the hands of God. And yet God parted the seas. The Israelis went through on dry land. And when the Egyptians followed, God allowed the sea to close on top of them, and the entire army was destroyed. That's the God who says, you shall have no other gods before me. These were the Israelites who during the day there was a cloud that they followed. At night there was a pillar of fire. God was visible to them all the time. And he gave them rules to live by. Things that allowed them to live with one another in a social environment, starting in the family and then with your community of believers. We've learned about those commandments. There were 10, and then there were some other guidelines to follow. Did you know that Jesus gave us a commandment? I'm going to share it with you from John chapter 13, verses 34 and 35. And Jesus said, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you have love one to another. Wow. Love one to another. We're to love others, especially within the church family. By this, people should know that we are Jesus' disciples, that we have love one to another. Let us be faithful to this commandment Jesus gave us. Let us be faithful to God. Seek to spend time with him daily as we look to his word and pray in faith that we might be disciples of Jesus, that we might take the good news of a Savior to a lost world, that we might live sent.